Alright, and welcome to a very special treat. As you can see, we are doing our first tier list. You know, it is tradition, right guys? Come on now, you already know. It is tradition to do a tier list for the brand new sets, and B1 is a banger. I think we can all agree B1 was a banger. There's a lot of good cards. There's not a lot of terrible cards, surprisingly, you know, and I'm really excited to talk about it. I'm really excited to give my opinion on all these cards. You know, I gave my opinion on every single card back before B1 dropped, and I want to see if my, opinion has changed, if my opinion stays the same, and blah, 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 blah. So, like and subscribe if you're excited to get into this, and before we start, definitely comment down below what you think is the most broken card. The number one best card in your opinion, or you can name multiple if you want, like top 3, maybe top 5, but let me know which card you think just stands above the rest. And let me know before the video so that you don't just copy my opinion. Anyways, you already know, tradition is we gotta change these boring names, and I made this tier list myself actually because I couldn't find one, so I actually had to make it. And some cards you guys will see I didn't include. I think just if they're if they're like basics or things you have to evolve from, stuff like Pancham. I didn't really put Pancham, but I put Pangoro. Just to declutterize the list. I don't want too much clutter in the list. Anyways, let's change these names. Bruh, wow, seems good, right? For C, let's do, maybe. Maybe. Maybe you can make it work. And, we're gonna say, alright. These cards are alright. We're gonna do, ooh, nice. Say, ooh, nice. I like that one. A different vibe for this tier list. And then, how is this fair? I like this one, already a different vibe for B1. And we're gonna start with Ho-Oh. And Ho-Oh, if you guys saw one of my recent videos, I actually fought a Ho-Oh deck and it was terrible because this card is not good. I really don't think this card is good. I don't think the sustain aspect of the healing, 30 damage from your bench. For having him inactive, you have to have him inactive and he needs 4 energy. So you're not really using him for the heal, but you're not really using him for the damage either. Unless somebody can blow me away with a Ho-Oh deck, I'm not one to believe in Ho-Oh right now. Sorry, that's just how I feel. Regular Blaziken, also the order is out of order like crazy. I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but the order just went stupid. Regular Blaziken I actually think is a nice card. It's literally just a weaker version of Mega Blaziken EX, right? So yeah, you run it for Oricorio. But I still think it's a good card outside of that. I feel like you could win games with Blaziken, regular Blaziken. He doesn't burn though, which does suck. So it's just 100 damage. But maybe not ooh nice. But why not ooh nice? I think it's fine. It's very weak energy cost. It's very decent damage. No burn does suck, but it can't do 120. That'd be ridiculous. We're talking about this guy now. Mega Blaziken EX, I think, is very unfair. I do think Mega Blaziken EX does deserve to be an S tier. 140 damage, burn. It's 2 energy. It's ridiculous HP. I do think it's just insane. I still think we're trying to figure out what the best deck for Blaziken is. It's not like Blaziken is winning every tournament. Someone else is. We'll talk about bro later. But Mega Blaziken is still incredible. I'm not gonna sit here and act like just because Mega Blaziken isn't winning every single tournament, he's not incredible. Tons of people are playing Mega Blaziken, but it's just tons of people are also countering Mega Blaziken. It's incredible. And wait for ranked. When ranked comes out, you're probably gonna fight tons of Blazikens on cooldown. So yeah, Simisear. I'm really not a fan of any of the monkeys, the elemental monkeys. I'm really not a fan of any of them. I don't like cards that have to flip purely for damage. I wish it did 40 and then extra damage depending on the flip, but cards that do damage based entirely on the flip are not good to me, so I'm just gonna put him in maybe. I don't think he's trash, but it's not really huge. I'm not really huge on it. See, this Darmanitan, it does more damage, so I'm actually gonna put him in alright. I don't think it's a good card, but maybe you can make it work. Maybe you can make it work more than Simisear could work. It's funny, I have a card in each tier. But Darmanitan, maybe you could do tons of damage if you high roll, maybe will. Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty interesting. I think Darmanitan is interesting, it has a lot of HP. Shell Trap. See, I think Shell Trap is kind of interesting, but I'd like Shell Trap a lot more if it was an ability, like Dredagon, and it could do 40 damage for 2. I'm not really a fan of that. I'm not really a fan of Tornado as it is right now. I'm gonna be honest. I guess he does this. Does this thing get Kiawe support, or is that another Pokemon? Even if you got Kiawe support, this thing is not good. Then, like, you can't even attack, so you don't activate Shell Trap. That is not good. I don't know. I do not think that card is good, but I'll put it in maybe. It doesn't look terrible. Pyroar 130 is actually a lot, and you run him with Flame Patch, right? I still don't think he's that good. I'm gonna put him in maybe. Sorry, you know, I was making it sound like, oh, Pyroar could be decent. I don't think it's that great. 2, discard 2, so you need Flame Patch. I mean, 130 is a lot of damage, and he's only a stage 1. You know, I'm gonna put him on alright. Here, Pyroar fans, you can get the alright treatment with Darmanitan, so there you go. Alright, Keldeo. 3 water energy, 110 on the next turn. The Pokemon can't attack. This is like an Oricorio killer, right? Oricorio killer. I mean, how do I feel about Keldeo? 3 energy is a lot, but I mean, water types have a lot of acceleration. You could run it with Mega Gyarados. I think it's an alright card. I think it's alright. I don't think it's broken. I'd be surprised if you guys think Keldeo's like up here. I don't think it's broken, but it's definitely an alright card. Dreadnought, Jaw Lock. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. I think maybe you can make this work. I don't think it stands out to me for any particular reason. I don't think the no retreat thing is very strong. I'm sorry, I don't think it's that strong nowadays. Jolteon EX I actually think is unfair. I'm waiting until Jolteon EX starts winning tournaments. Like, maybe I'm overestimating it. You guys might not agree, but I think Electromagnetic Wall is crazy, and the future implications are crazy, especially if we get Megas that actually have high energy costs, because a lot of Megas just do not have high energy costs. So Jolteon really isn't going crazy. I guess maybe only Gyarados has a high energy cost. A lot of Megas attack for 2 energy, so I don't know. I have high hopes for Jolteon EX. Maybe I'll just put it here for now. You know, I don't think it's like extremely unfair yet, but I think the potential is there. I think the potential is there for Jolteon EX. Frost Barrier, I do not think this card is good. Avalugg, sorry, minus 20 damage, I just don't think it's great. Mega Gyarados, I think is nice. I wouldn't say Mega Gyarados is unfair. I feel like Mega Gyarados has a problem. I don't know. I feel like on paper, Mega Gyarados absolutely can be broken, but having to go through a Magikarp, I don't know. It's a little bit dangerous nowadays. You know, things like Jirachi are just running rampant in Altaria decks. I do not think he stands out to me as one of the best Megas, but I think he's very good. That's why I'm putting him in Nice. Of course, he's very good. Discarding 3 cards is absolutely ridiculous. If you can get Mega Gyarados up before your opponent gets their Mega, you probably win. But I think Gyarados loses to other Megas. That's a problem that I think is prevalent with Gyarados. Alright, let's go to Jellicent, Bouncy Body. I actually think Bouncy Body is interesting. You just have to evolve it. If you can get Jellicent evolved, it's really cool. So I'll put it in alright. It's definitely an alright card, because if you can get it evolved and Bouncy Body, you know, use it as a tank, you can start building something on the bench. Maybe like Wailord or something funny. I don't really know. That sounds like a fun deck, right? I'm gonna have to try that. Greninja is broken. Greninja is broken. I'm putting it above Blaziken, by the way. Greninja EX, actually, like, oh my god, the implications of Greninja EX. It's Celesteela for water types, period. You know how Celesteela only works for Ultra Beast? Greninja EX works for water types, period. That means future water types, by the way, guys. Every single new water type, so Kyogre. If we get a Kyogre with an absolutely insane retreat cost, it won't matter because Greninja EX exists. You know what I'm saying? Also, 2 energy, 100 damage, 170 HP is ridiculous. Like, I don't know, Greninja EX is great. I think we can see it clearly. Greninja EX is great, placing great in tournaments as well. And we have the GOAT, guys. We have the GOAT. Mega Absolute EX. I think no matter how you slice it, Mega Absolute EX belongs up here. Now, do I think Oricorio is kind of the main reason why Absol's incredible? Yes, but Absol is great regardless. Like, it's not just Oricorio carrying Absol. Like, Absol just makes the deck that much more broken. It makes Oricorio that much more broken. Absol is just a broken control Pokemon. Like, seriously, 80 damage and you can remove a supporter? Confirmed, you discard it? Like, late game Absol is an absolute monster, especially if you run double Cyrus. Like, my recent Mew Absol video, if you run double Cyrus Oricorio, Absol. I actually think Mew is like a great partner for Absol. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but Mega Absol's just, it's nuts. High HP. The damage isn't great though. The only problem is the damage isn't great, so that means you have to run Absol with a true damage dealer, in my opinion. You know, whether it be Mew, whether it be Hydreigon, right? Whether it be Hydreigon is another great pick. But Absol's unfair. I don't think it'd be fair for me to put it down here, just because I think, you know, you need to run it with certain mons. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it makes the mon that much more broken. So yeah, Mega Absol belongs up there. X-Scissor is just a weaker version of... this is terrible. Oh my goodness. Okay, this card is actually terrible. Bruh, I'm putting it in bruh, wow. It's a weaker version of Pinsir, Mega Pinsir. Terrible card. Galvantula. 1 for 50. I literally think it's the definition of kind of mid. I think the other Galvantula, like what was the other Galvantula? I think it had more utility. Like it paralyzed or something. This is not incredible, but maybe. It's not a bad card, but it's like mid. Alright, Dedenne, Electric Nibbling. This guy's way too specific. Like discard an electric energy. Well, how would you know when it's time to use this? Like that's not gonna see use, I think. Okay, sorry, these guys are out of order, so we got some items randomly. Prank Spinner is terrible. Yeah. Plume Fossil. Why did I put Plume Fossil on tier list? Okay, I mean, it's a fossil. It's not bad, but it's a fossil. Hitting Hammer. I think Hitting Hammer is pretty bad. I don't like that I have to flip 2 heads to remove 1 energy. Like, you could run it with Guzzlord, maybe. You know, maybe. That's like a possibility, but Team Rocket Grunt is just better. I don't think it being an item makes it worth running, to be honest. But I'll put it in maybe. It's like kind of funny, you know? It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. We have a Beautifly with Skill Dive. It's okay. Maybe. Another maybe for me. Simisear, you're going with the other monkeys. I just don't think the monkeys are great. You guys already know this. Lilligant is interesting. I'm actually going to put Lilligant in Ooh Nice because the implications of this are kind of crazy, like plus 60 HP. Depending on if we get another broken Mega, even with Mega Pinsir, Lilligant is a pretty interesting support. So I'm going to put it in Nice. That's a very interesting ability. Like, I think the implications are pretty crazy. That's a fossil. Arcanine. Fire Fang. You can burn by flipping heads. I think 2 for 50 is absolutely terrible, though. I think that's absolutely terrible. I don't think that Arcanine card is good, to be honest. I'm actually going to put it in Bro Wow. I don't know. You shouldn't run it. Flame Patch is great. Flame Patch is great. Makes Charizard, Genetic Apex great. Makes Mega Blaziken great. Makes the future implications of it are great. It's a good item. Very good item card. Rillaboom is interesting. I'm going to put it in alright. Because I think Captivating Rhythm is cool on paper. You know, clearly his attack cost is disgusting, but you'd never run it to attack, probably, right? Unless you're running Superior. Captivating Rhythm on paper is pretty cool, because you have a chance to do bosses' orders every single turn. But it is a flip, so, I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. I think it's a very cool card. I'll put it in alright. Wailord is really funny. I think he's, I don't know, it's a really funny card. Like, what can I say about it? The HP is funny, too. I don't really think he's that bad. I feel like, I don't really know, like, I'll put him in alright. I don't know, I'll put him in alright. No one's really done anything crazy with Wailord yet, so I'm just gonna put him in alright. Citrus Berry, no one's used Citrus Berry, but I think has slight potential. Depends on if a Pokemon is released with synergy regarding like healing. I guess, I don't really know. I'll put it in maybe. I don't think Citrus Berry is great though. We have Ludicolo Rhythmic Steps, and I think this card is just very gimmicky. Like, if you want me to be honest, it's a super gimmicky card. 2 energy is very low though. I just think it's so gimmicky that it belongs in maybe. It's the definition of maybe. I think Ludicolo is the definition of maybe. It's like, it's way too gimmicky for me to like seriously like consider it, you know? Like, it's way too gimmicky. Water Psychic Energy is so strange, but I don't think Gudra's bad. I think it's kind of interesting. It can be really annoying. It has a lot of HP and it heals a lot. It doesn't do a lot of damage though. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but I think there's potential. I am going to put it in Unice. I think there's potential. It could be really annoying. Like, actually. Like, that's so much HP. Depending on what you run it with, what support mods you run it with, lots of HP, has access to Lily as well. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Another interesting Pokemon is Ice Cube. I think it's alright. I don't know, I think it's alright. Minus 40 damage is a lot, but its move is really weak, and it doesn't have a lot of HP. I do think it's interesting though. I'm gonna put it in alright. I think I'm gonna put Ice Cube in alright for now. The brand new Zatsu, I do not think is good. Maybe you guys can prove me wrong, but I don't think that's good. Heavy Helmet is great. I'm actually gonna put it in House is Fair. I think Heavy Helmet is actually really crazy. I think it's really crazy. I like it. I like that card a lot. Very crazy card. Very crazy card. Driftblim. So Driftblim, oh whoops, I grabbed the Warlord. So Driftblim is obviously meant to be played with Fantina. You stack energies on it and it does more damage. It's kind of interesting, but it's kind of gimmicky. I'm gonna put it next to Warlord in the alright tier. You could definitely win games with it, but its HP isn't great. Its HP is not great and the retreat cost is pretty bad. Chingling is not fair. Chingling is not fair. I don't think I need to explain why. Yo, guys, please check out my Aegis/Babies video. That deck is hilarious. Like, Chingling was doing like 40 damage in that deck. But Chingling's ability, we know why it's broken. You can't use Rare Candy. It slows down tons of decks. Really good into Suicune, right? It's great. It's a great card. Guard Press, sorry, Carbink, I do not think is great. Sorry. Corviknight, I think discarding Steel Energy is a little bit crazy. Like, discarding 2 Steel Energy is a little bit crazy, like. I actually don't think it's that good. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't think Corviknight's that good. I don't know why you'd... Why would you run this? I'm gonna put it in Bro Wow, sorry. Sorry, Corviknight fans. Maybe I'm, maybe some placements I might... No, maybe they're not great. Some placements I might be wrong with. Brand new Dusknoir with Fade into Darkness. Very funny ability. It's kind of like Cursola, but worse, I think. I think Cursola taking out the opponent's Pokemon is way better than them not getting points. I don't know. I don't think it's great. I'll put it in maybe. Maybe you could do something with that card, but I'm not big on it. I'm just being honest. I'm not big on it. Sudowoodo, fight back. I think other EX strong Sudowoodo is better. 2 fighting energy, I'm not big on it. I'm gonna put it in maybe. Sorry, Sudowoodo fans. I'm not big on it. Dirty Throw is cool. I think Dirty Throw is cool as an answer to Oricorio in Mega Altaria decks. But I don't think it's good enough for me to put it in Onice or Unice. I don't think it's good enough to go there. Yeah. Toxapex. I'm kind of disappointed that it doesn't add poison itself for Venoshock. I don't think it's that great. I don't think Toxapex is that great. I expected more from Toxapex, honestly. Maybe we're gonna get it like an EX Toxapex, but I expected better. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in maybe. In maybe tier. Flash Impact is great though. Flash Impact is great. This card belongs in Unice. This Luxray card is incredible. 2 energy and 1 colorless, by the way. And the attack does 20 damage to one of your bench Pokemon, but it does 110 damage and it has no retreat cost. Obviously, Volkner as well. There's Volkner synergy with every Luxray. I think this card is great. Yeah, Flash Impact is great. Flash Impact is great. Miss Magius 2 for 70, a weaker version of the EX Miss Magius, sorry. It's cool. It's cool. Also could be an answer to Oricorio, right? Attack the Wound Pachirisu. I'm not really big on this card at all. I'm just gonna put it in maybe. Not terrible. It's not good either. I don't know. Like, that's such a weird card. Lucky Mittens is terrible. Lucky Mittens is not good. Do not use Lucky Mittens. That only is good on what? Ambipom, I guess. Alright, Marlin heals from Caracosta and Jellicent. 70 HP. I mean, that's a lot. He's really niche though. I'm just gonna put him in alright because he's so niche. So I'll put him next to Jellicent. He's just so niche. But it's not a bad card, right? It's not a bad card. Last Chance Punch. I am not big on it, but it has such a low energy cost. I'm gonna put it in alright. Just because the energy cost is so low, I'll put Crabominable in alright. Ominous Claw, I do not think is good. Just run Mega Absol, to be honest with you. Life Sucker. This guy's move is called Life Sucker. I'm not making that up. It's actually called Life Sucker. Heal 20 damage, 3 energy. I don't think it's great. I'm gonna put it in maybe. Do not think that's great at all. Okay, with Hala, you're supposed to run it with Crabominable, I guess, so that you can get your Last Chance Punch damage off, because he makes it so they live. If they would be knocked out, they live, kind of like Sturdy. Very niche, just like Marlin, very niche. I'm just gonna put it in alright. May is incredible. May is incredible. Top tier. Top tier card, guys. Yeah, May is absolutely incredible. May makes tons of decks way more consistent. Like if I can fit May in a deck, I'm always gonna fit May in a deck. That's the thing. So, yeah, May is great. I don't think I need to explain why May is great. It's Pokemon Communications, but better. Aegislash. Oh my goodness. Aegislash is not fair. I do not think Aegislash is fair. Sure, it's kind of hard to build up Aegislash, but the implications are insane. As you guys saw in my recent video, the implications are absolutely incredible. Aegislash belongs up here. I don't care if you guys agree or not. Aegislash is crazy. The potential is there. Mega Pinsir is not one of my favorite megas, for sure. It's not one of my favorite megas, but it is still pretty good. Like, you will definitely win games with it. You can lose to it. Has crazy will synergy. You can run it with Lilligant, of course, right? I think it's good. I think Mega Pinsir is really good. I don't think it's the best mega, but I think it's really good. Whimsicott, sadly, I'm not huge on. I love Whimsicott. I'm not really huge on it. It's good into Pokemon with high retreat costs, but some of the best megas do not have high retreat costs. You know, Mega Blaziken 1, Mega Absol 1. I know Greninja's not a mega, but, you know, it's a brand new EX2, Jolteon 1. It's very good into Gyarados, right? But, I don't know, it's a little bit niche, but I do think it's good. I think it's alright. I think it's definitely alright. I think it belongs here. I love Whimsicott too. I just can't be biased. This Aromatisse card is 1 for 40, 1 retreat, 90 HP. You confuse the opponent's Pokemon. I'm not really big on it. Maybe you can run it. Fantina is interesting, but it's like I said, it's niche. Like, Fantina is niche. Like, I'm just gonna put it in alright. It's just a niche card. Niche cards are just never gonna be that broken unless the Pokemon it's paired with is broken. And Drifblim and Mismagius are not that broken. Magikarp Waterfall Evolution. I actually did want to put this on the tier list because it's a new Magikarp. And I think it's really interesting. I actually think it's pretty good. I actually thought it was bad at first, but if you Misty or you Mantike it up, you can actually Waterfall Evolution for free and probably not get hit the next turn and just start going crazy with Mega Gyarados. I'll put him right next to him. I think he's actually a nice card. I think it's a nice card. I underestimated it. Shout out to Styles X2. He made me see the light on that card. Sandslash 1 for 50 is not great. I'm gonna put it in maybe, just like Aromatisse. I feel like the cards are similar. Copycat, best card in the set. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from nobody else. I don't want to hear it. I don't know. I don't care if you don't agree. Copycat is the best card introduced in Pocket history, maybe. It is such a healthy card and it's broken. How is that possible? It's super healthy for the game and it's absolutely unfair. Like, it's insane. Copycat is incredible. Copycat is broken. Copycat is broken. Draw the opponent's... You know what the card does. Like, draw your opponent's hand. It's nuts. It's nuts. Draw the amount of cards in your opponent's hand. Mega Ampharos is really nice. Mega Ampharos is really, really nice. I don't know why he's not dominating more. I almost want to put Ampharos up here, but, you know, there it is 3 energy costs. But electric types get started so fast, it doesn't really matter. I'm just waiting for it to really pop off. Maybe we don't have the deck yet, but I think Ampharos is great. I think it's a really great mega. I'll put it right next to Jolteon. I don't really know who's better between Jolteon and Ampharos, Mega Ampharos. I don't really know. Cofagrigus. Soul Shots. Okay, you have to discard hand. You have to discard cards, but it does a lot of damage. I think it's interesting. 120 is a lot. It kind of reminds me of Heydragon. But it's only a stage 1, which is really interesting, you know? 120 HP is decent. I think it's a nice card. I think it does belong up here. I think Cofagrigus does belong up here. Slurpuff, Draining Kiss, 2 for 50. I don't think this card is great. Sorry. Bolton, 2 for 60 is not great either. A lot of these cards seem like filler. Like these 2 cards are just filler. Hitmonchan. I think Hitmonchan is nice. I think a lot of the EXs are good guys. No joke. No joke. I think Hitmonchan is nice. I think it'll get only better in the future. You know, depending on what type of support fighting type gets, but Hitmonchan could be really toxic. There are chances for Hitmonchan to be super toxic, especially with Rampardos. Hippowdon, Crushing Fangs. Yeah, this is terrible. This card is terrible. Alright, Grimmsnarl. 3 for 100. A lot of HP. I think it's alright. Maybe somebody could do something special with Grimmsnarl, but 3 Dark Energy is crazy. Like, you can't really power this guy up. Honestly, that makes me want to put it down here. Sorry, the Grimmsnarl, you gotta go down there, because you can't power it up. Chomp Chomp Bite. Kind of similar to the Dark type Crocodile, but instead of discarding, shuffling cards back into the deck, it actually removes energy, depending on how you flip. I'm not huge on that. I'm not huge on this card. Maybe. I'm not huge on it though. Lycia is another incredible card with great implications for the future. I'll put it right next to May. May and Lycia are great for consistency. Lycia is an absolutely incredible card. I don't think I have to explain it too much. 3 fighting energy, terrible. Fighting type needs a accelerator. Beware is not good. Pangoro is actually interesting. Now the thing is, I do think Pangoro is pretty interesting. 1 energy, a lot of HP. I think I'm just gonna put it in alright. There's definitely something you could do with it. Archeops. A goat is next. But Archeops, 140 HP, Wild Spin. I'm gonna put it in alright. I don't know if it's nice yet, but it's really interesting because it does 40 to every mon on your opponent's field. 40 for 1 energy. You just need to get the fossil quick. If you get them quick, you might just win the game. But fossil type Pokemon, they're not great, you know. Fossils are not always great, you know, unless you're like Rampardos, but it's really interesting though. If you can get the fossil, this guy's broken. If they add a supporter that finds fossils, like, yeah, we'll see. Hydreigon is not fair. Hydreigon is broken. I'm going to put it right next to Mega Absol. Hydreigon builds himself for 130 damage. He has 150 HP. The self-damage does not matter if you can get Hydreigon up fast enough. He's literally doing 150 damage with red. Yes, he does Mewtwo level damage. So he's out-damaging a lot of the Megas, actually. So he's out-damaging a lot of the EXs as well. Like, I don't know what else to say. Hydreigon belongs up here. Hydreigon obviously belongs up here. Tauros, I actually do not think is great. I'm not really big on this card. I don't know why. I'm not big on Tauros. It's cool that it got an EX, but I'm just going to put it in alright, because you could definitely lose to it, but because it can get ready fast and it's a basic. So I'll give it credit where credit is due, but I don't think it's broken or anything. Watchog, I do not think you guys should be playing Watchog. I don't think it's great. Heavy Rocket. Yeah, this Golurk card is terrible, by the way. This Golurk card is not good to me. I do not think this Golurk card is good. Yeah, that's terrible. Tongue Whip. It's okay. It's okay. It OHKOs Magikarp, I guess, like, to counter Gyarados going into Blaziken. I guess you can run Heatmore and counter Magikarps on the bench. I don't know. It's whatever. Heatmore's whatever. I'm going to put it in alright. I'm going to put Heatmore in alright. Jirachi is the definition of ooh, nice. Jirachi belongs up here in ooh, nice. Jirachi is very good. Jirachi one-shots Magikarp. It's very good. It's kind of, it's just like Heatmore. But you know the difference is, you can find Jirachi with Lycia, you can't find Heatmore with Lycia, so, you know, keep that in mind. You can run Jirachi and Mega Altaria decks, of course. Clef Key, Dismantling Keys is pretty interesting, but the HP is really terrible. I'm going to put it in alright, because you can discard a tool back to back to back, you know, it counters Melmetal EX. But I'm just going to put it in alright for now. To be honest with you. Crawdont. I don't know. I think the other Crawdont was more interesting, the one that discards energy. 3 for 90 isn't bad, but it's whatever. Virizion is just a grass-type version of Keldeo. Gonna put it right next to Keldeo. Same thing, literally, same thing. Hornleech, 60, heal 20, 110 HP. I don't like Trevenant's HP, I wish it was a little bit more. And 2 grass energy, I'm not big on it, so I'm just gonna put it in maybe. Trevenant does not really stand out as incredible to me, you know. Paratackle, this is just not good. Love Disc is terrible. Fur Coat, it's interesting on paper, but weak into fighting, I'm not really big on it. I think Furfurrow is kind of a wild card. Stoutland, Dangerous Bite. I think it's interesting, you know, there are a lot of good basic EXs, of course. There are a lot of good basic EXs, but I don't think it's his time to shine yet. So I'm just going to put Stoutland in maybe. You know, I think Stoutland is an maybe. This Golduck card is literally filler. It's just random. I don't know why it's here. Druddigon is kind of interesting, but I'm not really feeling the flipping thing. 120 is a lot of damage, but I wish it still had its ability, you know, Rough Skin. So I'm kind of just going to put it in Bro Wow. Sorry. This is the monkey, right? I don't think the monkeys are good, like I said before. So I'm putting Simipour with the other monkeys in and maybe. I do not think it's that great. Braviary. Another card that I think is just filler. Like, I don't know why you would run it. Like, what's the reason to run it? 3 for 80, it's nothing really special. Sleepy Song, 2 energy is too much, so I'm going to put Shout out also in Bro Wow. Sorry. Do the Wave is good. I think the regular Altaria is pretty good to run in Altaria decks, maybe, of course, to deal with Oricorio. I don't think it's the best way to deal with Oricorio, so I'm just going to put it in alright for now. I'm going to put it in alright, but it's a good card, though. Altaria regular is definitely a good card. Like I said before, the swords are all the same. Gonna put this right next to Keldeo. It's a good card. But honestly, I think Keldeo is better than the other two. So I'm actually gonna put Virizion and Terrakion in the tier below. Because you can play Keldeo in water accelerator decks, but grass and fighting don't really have accelerators, so yeah. Mega Altaria is unfair. I think we have seen enough of it going crazy. There are too many good cards you can run Altaria with. Lycia is great with Mega Altaria. It's broken. So everybody that thought Mega Altaria would be mid, we are eating our words because Mega Altaria is great. Mega Harmony is great. The HP is crazy. It's a very good card. Cobalion, even though we have Dialga, I'm going to put it with the other swords. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. I think I'm just going to put it with the other swords. That's how I feel about it. 3 Electric Energy on Zebstrika. No. I don't like that. I don't think I like it. 90 for 3 is not great. I don't think that's great. I also think Go-Goat is not great too. While we're here, Go-Goat, right? I don't think Go-Goat or Zebstrika are great. Caracosta is kind of interesting. Takes no damage from basics. I mean, it's very... I'm going to put it in maybe. Like, you could lose to a Caracosta deck, but it's not really going to be meta. Ever, you know? Nipping Cyclone, discard a random card. Ooh, it's a random card. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. That's kind of funny. But you have to evolve him. If you evolve Shiftry fast, maybe you could do something with Shiftry, but it's definitely an maybe card. I think Shiftry is the definition of maybe. The other Miltank is better. Don't run this Miltank. I'm not big on it. It's whatever to me. Indeedee is great. Yo, Indeedee is another great card. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually gonna put it in... I almost want to put it in unfair. I feel like Indeedee has the best Psychic in the game, and the ability is actually pretty great. So I'm gonna put it up here with the Ghosts. I think Indeedee belongs up here. Indeedee and Altaria are incredible together in the same deck. I actually think Indeedee's great. Delcatty is very, very cool. I'm going to put it in, ooh, nice. Definitely belongs up here in A tier. I think it's a very, very good ability. And depending on the future of supporter cards, you know, who knows how broken Delcatty could be. I think it's cool. I think Delcatty has a lot of potential. Dustox, I think is alright. I think Dustox is... I don't know, but stage 2 I'm not really big on, bro. I like that you can choose, but I do like that you can choose. It's kind of cool. I'll put it in alright. Maybe we'll see how it is in the future. I'll put Dustox in alright for now. Okay, Durant. Not big on this Durant. I'm not big on it, sorry. Drapion. I kind of like that Drapion can do 2 status conditions at once. Kind of like, what was it, Salazzle? But I'm not big on that energy cost. And that retreat cost is terrible. I'm going to put him in maybe. Maybe. Darkrai's bad. I'm not big on the new Darkrai. I'm not big on Rapidash either. Yo, guys, this is actually my least favorite EX, probably. I'm not big on this Rapidash. 3 fire energy. I'm not big on it. I'm going to put him in maybe. I almost want to put him in Bro Wow. But yeah, let's just put him there for now. Chandelure is... interesting. I don't know. If you can get 2 Chandelures on bench, then it could be really annoying. So I'm gonna put him in. Alright for now. I don't think Chandelure has reached its full potential. I don't think we know exactly what to run Chandelure with yet. So I'm gonna put it in alright. You could run it with babies maybe, but maybe Chingling, prevent your opponent from evolving, discard the evolution maybe. Maractus, I don't think is great. Sorry, I don't think Maractus is great. I also don't think Seismitoad is too great. 3 for 90 is just not good. That's not good energy to damage ratio. Melmetal EX, though, is really cool. I think Melmetal EX belongs in A tier with some of these other Megas. Not Megas, EXs. Melmetal belongs with some of these other EXs. Like, you have to run it with Dialga, of course. You have to run it with Dialga, which I don't like. But 150 damage as long as you have a Pokemon tool is pretty nuts. So I'm going to put him up here. I think he's cool. And I like that he's a stage 1. I do like that he's only a stage 1. I like that a lot. Oh, you can run him with a mass too. You don't have to run him with Dialga. You could do Memory Light on mass, which could be really interesting maybe. But I feel like you want to run Heavy Helmet. So it's up to you guys how you want to play Melmetal, to be honest. I like Heavy Helmet though, or Hard Helmet, whatever it's called. Ferrothorn, Guard Press 50, and maybe. I'll put it in maybe. I don't think it's completely trash. Booming Roar, it's kind of like, he has Chingling's ability, but 3 colorless for 90, stage 2. I actually don't like this card. I don't know. I'll put it in maybe just because of the HP. The HP is crazy, but I don't like anything else about the card, to be honest. Dragalge EX is cool. I'll put it in alright. I've yet to see Dragalge EX really pop off like crazy, but Poison Point is cool on paper. You know, depends on what you run it with, to be honest. Honchkrow, Evil, Admonition, whatever. I don't know. Honchkrow is like maybe. I like that it's colorless, though. I like that it's colorless, but that's like the only thing I like for real. Alright, we have Pidgeot, Twister. Flip 2 coins. If one sells, it does nothing, but depending on how many heads you get, you discard an energy. I think the Mega Pidgeot coming is better, a better version of this, because it flips 3. I think 3 makes it kind of reasonable. 2, though, is whatever, and Double Tails means it does nothing. I really don't like that. So I'm going to put it in maybe. You could definitely lose to it, but I don't think it's great. I really don't think it's great. This is a weaker version of the Mega Ampharos. I'm going to put it in alright. I think you should just run Mega Ampharos. I don't see a reason to run this one. It's not even great Oricorio defense. If you want Oricorio defense, maybe just run the other Ampharos from Wisdom of Sea and Sky. The one that does 80 and potentially 120 if you flip. I prefer that one. Double. I don't like this Double card. I really don't like it. I'm going to be honest. Gothitelle is, on paper, is pretty interesting. Gothitelle on paper is definitely pretty interesting. I'm just going to put it in maybe. There might be potential there, but I'm not really big on Gothitelle. I'm not really big on it. Hariyama. Yo, that retreat cost is nuts. I'm not big on Hariyama. Maybe you guys can prove me wrong. I'm going to put that in bro. Wow. Sorry, Hariyama fans. Spidna's kind of cute. It's a cute card. Both Pokemon are confused. I'm going to put it in maybe. Actually, yeah, I'll just put it in maybe. It could actually slow down your opponent, possibly, but it confuses you as well, which is really annoying. So, yeah. Colossal, I think, is a little bit too niche, but 3 for 100, 150 HP. I'll put him in maybe. There's potential there, but like I said, fighting types have no accelerators. It's getting really annoying. Gyarados, Hammering Tail. Weaker version of Gyarados, Mega Gyarados. I'll put it here. I'd rather you guys just run the regular Mega Gyarados, probably, at the end of the day. But it could be an Oricorio defense, possibly. You know, I think I did run it as Oricorio defense. Boosted Evolution. Why do we keep buffing Eevee? Why do we keep buffing Eevee, by the way? Why do we keep buffing Eevee? This is great. It's not fair. I'm going to put it in unfair. I think it's great. Makes Leafeon way more broken. Makes things like Sylveon way more broken. We did not need this. Makes Jolteon way more broken. Obviously meant to be played with Jolteon EX. Eevee Boosted Evolution is great. And the potential implications, of the future of the card, it seems really good. Kind of future-proof, right? Excited Tail. Obviously, Lucky Mittens. You run it with Lucky Mittens. I mean, if you're really doing a Lucky Mittens deck, maybe. So I'm just going to literally put it in maybe. Ambipom is the definition of maybe. We have 2 more cards left. Breloom, 1 for 40 is not incredible at all. Bro, wow. And Barraskewda. I'm not really big on it. 80 is interesting. 2 for 80. It could do some damage, but the HP stat is really terrible. It's only 90 HP, so yeah. Anyways, we just rated 127 cards. Wow. So I'm going to do the slow scroll up. This is my tier list of all the B1 cards. So definitely comment down below. Let me know what you think of my tier list. You know, let me know if I have elite knowledge, or let me know if, you know, I'm just crazy. Let me know if I'm off my rocker. Let me know if I'm just losing it and my opinions are terrible. I think they're pretty good, though. I do think they're pretty good. I don't think they're that bad. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what your top cards are from the set, what you think is really broken. And yeah, I'm going to say this again. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed. I love all of you guys. I love you guys. I know you guys might not be thinking I see all the comments, but I'm always making the next video. I'm busy making the videos, but I see you guys. I see the positivity. I like when you guys engage with the content, with the question of the days, you know. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for, you know, kind of helping me create a positive community in the Pocket space with, you know, authentic content, you know, where I'm just kind of being myself. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I want to say. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.